So I'm kind of mad at Texas for stealing my best friend and then also harboring my dad and my ex. Hi everybody. Welcome to the show. This is my second start because my cat was being a jerk and kept distracting me and I couldn't keep my focus. So I just had to start all over because I couldn't remember what I had already said. So this is episode 52, Planning December Projects. Okay. I do want to apologize because I'm in a 3-day flare and my brain is not working very well and I'm in a lot of pain and it was really hard for me to get out of bed this morning because I was in so much pain and when I flare it's an esophageal thing, so I've trouble eating and drinking. I haven't had a real meal or had enough fluids in going on 3 days now. So I'm kind of I wanted to still do the show because I don't like to hide my flares because I think it's important that people see that illness is real, that disability is real, that disability isn't just, missing a limb or being in a wheelchair. There are other disabling conditions and that a lot of people are living with, and I am one of them. And some days are really hard and I don't want to bring you down, but I also don't want to hide away because I think it's important that people know things like this exist and that we can still be part of the community, any community, the human community. We don't have to hide away. We don't have to be hidden away because, a lot of the time we don't feel good or we can't move around well or we can't do things on our own. And I think it's important that we're still accepted and given a voice and acknowledged that we're here. So I hope this doesn't bring you down. I know we're kind of groomed to feel sorry for people that are disabled, and that's really not what we want. We want to be accepted and we want to be we want to have a spot at the table, that's all. We want to be able to do what everyone else is doing, no matter what help we need in order to do that. So I hope you will keep watching with me today. And I always feel like, did you see the movie Awakenings with was it Robert De Niro and Robin Williams, where Robin Williams is the doctor and he's using L-Dopa on who did I say? De Niro. And there's a part where it's not working. Like he had to keep upping the dose to get the same, because it brought him out of catatonia. And there's a part where Robin Williams is feeling terrible what he's doing to his patient. He's trying to I don't know what, and he's going in and out, and Robert De Niro's just learn. And that's what I feel like I'm always learn. Look at it. Don't shut your eyes to it. Don't pretend it doesn't exist. Try to do something about it. And that's how I always feel. Robert De Niro yelling, learn. It's a great movie. It'll break your heart. But it is a good movie. If you want a good movie about being having mental illness issues, that'll make you feel good. I recommend What About Bob with Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss. And that was the first movie I saw. I started getting panic attacks when I was 12 years old. And that was the first time that I could laugh at my illness. And it's still a movie. I should watch that today. Actually, I'm having the kind of day where I need to watch that. Anyway, I don't have anything on except for my fluffy robe that I could not bear to take off because it's, like I said, I have allodynia and it does not hurt me. And I can't control my temperature today. I go in between being hot and cold. So I also think it's because I shaved my head yesterday and that's making my head cold, and then the rest of me is okay. Anyway, I do not have any finished objects. I have whips. I have a new whip. You have not seen this whip. This is the top. This is Wool of the Andes. This is one of the other colors. Remember I said we did the Jurassic last week was finished, and then I said I had two grays, a blue that is called Midnight Solstice, and this purpley red that is called Nightshade. No, the blue is called Solstice Heather, and this is called Nightshade Heather. And it is this gorgeous purple with red and burgundy, and just gorgeous, gorgeous color. I love this color. This is really, I mean, it looks like it's got some black. It's like a dark cherry, and then it's got some red and some black in it. It looks like this would be, if I could pick a favorite burgundy, this would be it. Like a dark cherry with black and some red in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to be done with this. I already sewed the straps, and I've woven in all the ends as I'm going because if you remember last week I blocked the Jurassic. I keep pointing because I'm wearing it under here. I blocked the Jurassic, and it blocked kind of big. And then I before I made another one, I re-blocked it and didn't put it on my blocking apparatus for tops, and it came out less big. It's actually exactly how I want it. The straps aren't too long anymore because I didn't stretch it out so much. So I'm going to try a different blocking apparatus for this one and see what happens, because obviously for the Wool of the Andes I can't use my blocking apparatus. It's just too much for it. Just stretches it too much. So that I still have, this is the second ball. I still have what the kitten is out, and Tormund is inside because he was being bad, and he's why I had to restart the video. So it's just the kitten and Lola, and I think she's coming after Lola. I'm on my second ball. I still have one more ball because these are 50-gram balls and I used 3 of them. So this will probably be done next episode. And next episode is November finished projects. Okay, so my other whip is my double layer hat, which I really should have swatched, guys, because I started with a 4 and it was just, it's too dense. It's too big around. So last night I switched to 4.5s, and I think that's a better, because it's going to be double layered, and I think that's a better, it's squishier, it's not so dense. But you know what I did? I didn't mark when I changed needles. I don't know why, but I didn't. So I'm going to actually I'm going to frog this whole thing. I know, right? I'm almost done. I'm literally almost done because this is the new ball. So I'm almost done. I probably have another 10 grams before stopping. But I don't think it's going to be long enough. So I'm hoping with the bigger gauge, you know, the bigger needles, the less stitches, I might get a few more inches out of the length of the hat. I mean, it would probably be okay, but it's too big around, and by the time I block it, it's going to be even bigger, and I'm just going to redo it on a 4-5. So we're going down to 4-5. We're going from 120 stitches to 104, because the last hat I did on a 4-5 was Red Heart. I made a hat for my nephew that had skulls on it, and I used 90 stitches, and that had color work, like a chart. I don't know, Fair Isle maybe. It was only 2 colors. It was black and then I don't know what it's called though. Like that color work, I think it's fair. It's not in Target. It had to be Fair Isle, right? Where you work around with 2 colors at the same time. And you chart whichever color. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I know that typically is not as loose as Ruckus. I know that is typically not as loose as normal. So on the 4-5s, I used 90 stitches for that, and that was a little tight on me because that was for a kid's head. So I think 104 is going to be fine on, you know, with the Aran weight should be okay. So that's my plan. So that is not going to be finished this month because this month has just been ridiculous. So because we had our major project for this month was, well, we're going to go over this next week when we do finish November projects. So let's just work on what we're looking forward to. Let's not look back today, because I'm having the kind of day where I don't want to look back. I want to look forward. I got to up my vitamin D or something, or I'm not going to make it through this winter. Okay, so this is the neighbor raking his leaves. How wonderful. Anyway. Okay, so do I have anything else to tell you? I don't think I do. Okay, so one thing. I'm not doing a shop update with Christmas colors. I know I was thinking I was going to, or holiday colors. I was thinking of doing it, but I'm not. I'm going to make one in the there is a holiday colorway that I really wanted to do, and I'm going to do it for myself on something that I'm going to talk about in a minute. But I'm not going to do anything for Xmas or Christmas this year, holidays this year at all. So, nope. Okay, so December projects. The first one I have plans, because I'm still trying to get a sweater done, if that'll ever happen. So I found this pattern on, remember my plan of how I did all those gauge swatches and then checked Ravelry for my gauge? There were 0 sweaters in my gauge on any weight yard. I'm not kidding you. It was ridiculous. So, change of plans. Yet again, I found something called the Magic Custom Fit Raglan Sweater by Daniel White. I don't even know if it works or not, but the premise is you take a couple measurements, which I already did, and then you make a gauge swatch of 20 stitches, just 20 stitches. You do 20 stitches until you have at least 4 inches, and then you block it, and that's your gauge, and that's what you go by. So, because I'm not quite sure this is going to work, I've decided we're going to do the Ultra Wool Chunky, which is, I have it in black and this green. So I'm assuming it'll be like color blocked. I'll probably do black on top, and then the bottom will be this green. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to have enough to do the sleeves, and then I'll just do like maybe a fade down the front, like do a couple, stripes of both colors and then finish in green. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm going to have to see how my yardage goes, because I have absolutely no idea how this is going to work. And I could probably buy more black and have it match, but I don't think the greens will match. I don't know how well they are at. But anyway, my point of doing the bulky is that it's not going to take as long, and I'll know quicker if the pattern's going to work. Because like I said, I do raglans down to the sleeve separation, then I block and I put it on and I see how it fits. So, this bag, frayed knots, right? This is my other Maleficent bag that fits a sweater quantities of yarn. She's linked down below. She did both my Maleficent bags, and this is my bigger one. I love it because it's the only bag I can open and close without hurting my fingers with my arthritis. So if you use paracord, here's what I did. I replaced all of my drawstring bags with this paracord because it's so much easier to open. I'm not even kidding. Some of them, like the Whimsies, already came with it. This one actually came with a red one, so I just replaced it with a black one. Anyway, I can't put that on the ground. The cat will eat it. That's my sweater for this month. It's just going to be top down raglan, black with green. I'll see maybe if we can get the Witchling in there. Maybe I can redo that to work with whatever stitch count I got going there. I really don't know. I might have to order another skein of the Baracco. I'm not sure. I don't know how much yardage it's going to use, and because I'm not using a pattern that has already established how much yardage you need, I don't know if I'm any more or not. I'm off the top of my head, I don't know how many of those I have. I'm pretty sure I have 4 and 2, but it might be 3 and 2. I'm not even sure. I'm hopefully once I get the raglan part, the separation for the sleeves, I might have an idea of how much that's going to take me. Anyway, I haven't even swatched for that yet. I'm going to swatch before the beginning of the month so that can be ready to go on the... Okay, the first is a Wednesday. So that dye project day is actually on the 6th because dye project is the first Monday of the month. So that's actually on the day Hanukkah ends is going to be our dye project. But I'm actually thinking I'm going to dye stuff tomorrow because I'm out of stuff to do for the month besides the hat and the top. That's like all I have going. So I'm thinking of there's some other stuff I'm going to show you I want to do. I might start them early. There's some over dyeing and some stuff. But since it's the 24th, so I have almost a full week before to go before, and that top's not going to take me a week. I don't think I'll get that hat done in a week. Maybe if I worked on only that for a week, maybe. Well, maybe we'll do that then. We'll try that, man. We'll see. I just don't want to get bored. Oh, the Brianna Capelet that I said I was going to redo. I actually tried to redo it. I tried to do it double-stranded, and it was not enough. So it was not firm enough, so I actually ordered yarn. I ordered yarn that had the exact same yardage per 100 grams as the yarn I originally used, but didn't want to over dye. I think they only had gray though, so it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do with that leftover chonk yarn is the Wildwood Shawl by Knox Mountain Knit Co. Now I don't know if we'll get to this this month, but this is a shawl that's been in my queue forever, and I think it's for bulky. Yeah, it's in needle size US 8, which is what I used. It doesn't say what the yarn is. Bulky, it doesn't say, but it says 500 yards, which is about what I have. I think I have a little bit more than that. I'm trying to find a good picture of it. Okay. Can you see that? It's a top-down triangle, and it's got some lace at the bottom. It actually looks like Feather and Fan, which people think is old shale. But Feather and Fan is up and down, and old shale is not straight up and down. I'm not sure what lace that is. I can't really tell. But I didn't know what else to do with those 5 skeins of that purpley gray yarn. So I figure a shawl, I'll wear a shawl. Who cares? It'll be nice and warm and big deal. I don't know if I'm going to do that in December or not, though, because I want to do the reunion capelet as soon as it gets here, and like next month, and be done with that. I really want that to get off of this list. So we have the custom fit raglan and the bulky, the Brianna reunion capelet. Then we have December dye project, which is really, really cool. Okay, I bought this. I don't know where I bought this, but this is called a Halo bundle. It is by Handmade in Fine Yarn and Fleece Artist. I think they are two different companies. They're both from Canada. Yeah, this is Fleece Artist. So Fleece Artist did this single ply merino. It is superwash merino. And then Handmaiden did this mohair nylon. Okay, and they're dyed to match. And this colorway is called Inky, which is, if I'm remembering correctly, the only black one they had. And I really, because I've been wanting to do something with mohair for a really long time, I bought this because I was like, oh, they're together. Then I don't have to worry. Like, the only problem is it's white. I don't really care for white, so I'm going to pick a color, and I'm going to just dunk both of these in. Not wound up like this, of course, but I'm going to dunk both of these in and do a matching color. And then we are going to make Bonjour by Espace Tricot, which is a cowl. It's a funnel neck and then has a wide shoulder, so you can wear it either way. You can wear it either down like that or around your thing, which is what I want. So this is going to be with mohair. It's going to be this. I may or may not have decided on the color yet. I'm not telling you because I'm not sure I've decided on a color. But this is neat because I just have to throw it in a pot, and the whatever color I pick is, of course, not going to overtake the black because this is a pretty good black. So it's going to hit in any place that isn't black. So even this is kind of gray. It's not even really white. It's pretty gray. So I got to keep that in mind when picking the color, because it's already going to be kind of darkened up a little bit by the gray base. I'm super excited to see what this does, and I've been holding on to this for a really long time, and I'm hoping it won't bother me, because I would like to start making mohair sweaters, because RO Knits and Pearls, she always has these mohair sweaters, and they look so soft and squishy, and I want them, but in black, because all her stuff is like creamy, which is fine for her, but I would like black. So this is kind of my first foray into seeing if I like mohair. And obviously this is nylon instead of silk, which I kind of prefer, honestly, because like I said, I don't like animals to die for me to wear stuff. So I don't really like the silk, because I know the poor little worms don't survive the process. So I'm all right with nylon, believe it or not. Nylon's not a deal breaker for me. So that's our dye project this is December dye project. So we have the sweater is our main one, and then dye project, and then Brianna, Capelet will probably be a weekend, right? So the sweater will be Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. This will probably be, well, once dye project's done, this will probably be after work, and then this will be at night. This, if you remember, is the cashmere, the MCN fingering that I dyed for my husband's hat last month that I never got to because I didn't finish my hat first. So this will be my night project until that's done. The capelet then will be a weekend project. Then I have some other things I want to over dye. One of them is this Audine Wools. This is from KnitCrate. Audine Wools Haze, which is a bulky yarn. This is 120 yards on 100 grams. It is 70% superwash merino, 20% kid mohair, and 10% silk. I'm going to dye these black, and I'm going to make a head warmer, like a tube one, tubular, totally tubular, to go around my shaved head for the winter because it's cold. And sometimes I wear my hair in a bun a lot, and then my under part is cold. So I figure black, I'll wear it. It'll be nice and bulky and big. And if I need to wear it out in the snow, I can do that. And I don't know what else I would do with these. I think I got these because of the mohair, because it's got a nice halo on it. And the color is very, very pretty. The color is called Dusk. And it is what's the word I'm looking for? Like a dusty, that's not the word I want. It's blue, but it's like, it's not very, it's kind of, is that what I use for the purple? What is that purple? Like when you have purple, like if you've got it in a cellulose fiber and it's not bright, like a muted, like a dusty. Is dusty the word I'm thinking of? Dusty? Dusty purple. Like this is like a dusty turquoise. Not even a turquoise. It's like a more blue than turquoise. I mean, it's very pretty. It's just not something that goes with anything I have. It's killing me though to do it, but if it's blue I won't wear it, but if it's black I'll wear it. So I'm gonna dye that black. I'm showing you now, so when it's dyed black, I know you've already seen it. The other thing I'm doing is this. Do you remember this? This is our latest KnitCrate Vitellana Tweedy Sheep in pumpkin spiced everything. I have decided I'm going to make a top out of this because it is Aran. I mean, it says, yeah, Aran weight. It's 150 yards. Now, I have two tops that I have made that have 150 yardage. 150 yards. And I got full-size tops out of them. They were silk. They had silk in them, though. I don't remember the rest of them, but I've worn them before. They had silk in them, and they're very, very warm. So this is 90% wool, 10% Donegal Neps, Aran weight. So I'm going to throw a bunch of burgundy on this and see what happens. I'm going to go in probably, I'm going to start at 1% and see what happens. And then I might go at 1% or go at 0.5% to see. Basically to see, because here's my thing. This is at least half red, right? Probably more than half red. No, I mean less than half red. Forget the orange. It's orange, or I mean is yellow and red, right? So all I have to do is, there's already red in this, so I just have to keep deepening the red and add it with some blue or whatever to get the burgundy. So I'm just going to throw burgundy on top of it and see what happens. Because it's not exactly like mixing paint. It's kind of different in that this color doesn't always act like that when you put dye over it. Sometimes it does, but a lot of times it doesn't. Like, sometimes it'll just darken it. Sometimes it'll change the undertone, but it's not like mixing paint. So I'm going to put some burgundy on this and see if I can get what I want. If not, it's going to be black. That's it. If it doesn't turn out burgundy, I'll just throw some black on it and it'll be black, and I'll wear the crap out of it black. So that's fine. So this is going to be a top. This is going to be a top. So this is going to be one of my next tops. Probably not my next because I have this undyed wool of the Andes. That does come in different weights than worsted weight. I did not know that, but I'm not a big knit picks fan. Obviously, I don't do a lot of knit picks. It's not my favorite. This wool of the Andes is grown on me because it is the Peruvian wool, which I love. Peruvian Highland wool. I absolutely love it, love it, love it. And I do like the tops that I made. I do like them. So this one, because I have 2 of them, so I have 200 grams. I am going to make, there was a holiday colorway that I really, really wanted to make, that I really, really had been bouncing around my head. And you know, I hate Christmas. I call it Christmas because I hate it. Because I love that quote about Christmas, even though I don't like who said it. Christmas. That's how we say it in my house, with some bad words in front of it. Christmas. So I'm going to, and I don't even know what these look like, and they're short skeined. I'm going to be, it's going to mess with me. So I hope these aren't short skeined. Okay, it looks like they're doubled over. So it might be a regular. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to do the tricolor. Do you remember tricolor from our shawl? Our shawl journey. I don't know what we call the beginning of last year that was all of those shawls. I'm going to do the tricolor. So it's a color on each end and then black on both sides through the middle, because the yarn is a ring. I don't want to take these out because these aren't getting dyed yet, and then they'll get messed up, so I don't want to mess up. So the yarn is in a circle, essentially. Okay, so the top of the circle and the bottom of the circle are each going to be a color, and then that section in the middle, which is actually 2 sections, is going to be black. So it'll have 2 colors, but they will be separated with black. So those 2 colors are actually never going to touch, which is why I like the tricolor. I'm not going to tell you what colors those are, but if I say Goth Christmas, you're probably going to figure them out. So this will make a top for me and a matching sweater for Lola. So I will probably reveal this on Dye Project Day, on December Dye Project, but it technically isn't December Dye Project because this is technically December Dye Project. And I guess we could have 2, but I am not sure this is when I'm gonna start this. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So that's all I have planned for December. That's kind of a lot of things, right? And this hat, which I don't even know when we're going to get to that because I got to start my other hat over. Unless in a week I can finish the hat and the top, which I don't know. I'm not quite sure. But I'm excited that I'm back into making the tops again because I don't know why I am. I'm like, hey, I think it's because that part of my yarn wall is really full of tops. And I have some cashmere top to make. I have a alpaca top to make. I mean, blended, of course, not 100%. You know me, I'm not going to make 100% alpaca. Although I have to say, bringing up our own Knits and Pearls podcast again, she showed this yarn on her podcast the other day from Hill something. Now I got to look it up. Okay, Hill Country Weavers. And they're from Austin, Texas. So anyway, ACL Alpaca Cashmere Love. I thought you said it was the Austin City whatever. Go watch her podcast. She'll tell you. So this is 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere, $437 with 100 grams. And it only comes in ivory and what they call silver, which is, they're undyed per the, I guess, alpaca. But what struck Aro, she said, and what struck me is the price tag of $29.50 for this baby alpaca, cashmere, and silk. I'm like, what now? So I really want to get a sweater's quantity of this along with mohair. They don't have mohair, but they might have. I don't know. I didn't look for mohair. If I like this dye project, I'm gonna go ahead and splurge and get some of this and make a sweater because I love her sweaters. They always look so squishy and warm. And I may or may not dye them black. I'm just saying, may or may not dye them black, okay? Don't hold me to it. I mean, the silver's pretty, but I might leave it natural. I might leave it. I might. That's just an idea. It's an idea that I have of a splurge. If I like that, and I can figure out if I can get this sweater pattern to work, this custom sweater pattern to work. That's the plan for December. Did I say what the plan was? I don't even know. So, yes, Monday through Friday, the Raglan, which I'm gonna try to start on the 1st, and then that'll take us through like a week, because then after we record on the 8th, I can start the dye project, which is the cowl, and then maybe that weekend we'll do the Brianna reunion capelet, because I don't think I'll have any problem working through the first week on just that Raglan sweater. Plus I kind of have to pay attention, work through that during the day and after work, and then my husband's hat at night, or my hat at night if I haven't finished it. And then that second weekend in December, we'll do the capelet, which will then take us Monday through Friday with the sweater. Add one of the tops, hat at night, till the hat's done. Then we'll just keep a top. I think I'm just going to keep a top going all the time now. Yeah. And then if we depending on when we finish that sweater, we can add in that shawl, the Wildwood Shawl, and more tops. And I mean, the top and the Lola sweater are probably what I'm going to work on first. I actually might dye those tomorrow. They might already be dyed by the time you're watching this, and I might already start them. I'm not sure. because it's not a dye project. I'm actually probably not going to do dye project on dye project. I'm probably going to do it tomorrow if I feel better. Also because I might have thought that dye project was this coming Monday, and I'm getting my third COVID shot on Monday, so I'm kind of scared of how Tuesday is going to go. Because last time I had a splitting headache the next day and was in lots of pain after the my second shot. But they say, and by they I mean the CDC says, it's been reported, early reports, that the third booster has less severe reactions than the second one. So here's hoping. I'm still as scared to get it as I was to get the first and second one. But it's not because of the shot. It's because I hate medical things. We've gone over this. I have PTSD with medical things. Like, I would literally, I was just saying this to my husband, I would rather die of a complication of the COVID shot, like anaphylaxis or whatever complication, whatever it could be, than die of COVID on a ventilator. Like, that is and my poor husband's gonna have to drag me in there, and I'm gonna be crying. It's gonna be so embarrassing. I feel so bad for him. He has to take me to these things, and I'm already crying. And people think I'm afraid of getting the actual shot. That part the needle does not bother me at all. I have pierced myself. I used to have a body full of piercings that a lot of them I did myself. Needles don't bother me. I still have a scar right there from one. Needles don't bother me at all. I have tattoos. They don't bother me. It's the medical, it's just being in a medical, what do you call it? A medical environment, that there are doctors there, or like medical professionals. I don't care who they are, but if they're a medical professional, I'm immediately anxious. So anytime I go for any sort, like if I wasn't going for the shot, I wouldn't care at all. I would not care. I could go with him to get the shot. I could do whatever. It does not matter. But the second I have to go to a doctor, clinic, any urgent care, anything, no thanks. Well, I am feeling a little bit better than I did before I started. I hope you do too. I hope you had a relaxing time. I'm sorry, I will brush my hair next time. Maybe. I don't know. Right, the way I'm feeling today, you're lucky I showered, because this is the hardest time of year for me with my anxiety, and my pain just gets the better of me. I'm getting out of here because my headache's back, even though I've been taking Tylenol all day. I think I need to take a nap. It's 2:00 in the afternoon. I feel like I'm ready to keel over and die. Chronic illness right here, ladies and gentlemen. Really, the only hard part is keeping your spirits up. If you can keep your spirits up, then it's fine. It's days like today where my spirit is down, and I feel like a failure, and I feel like everything is crashing down around me, and I'm never going to be successful, and I'm going to be this way forever, and every November is going to be like this, and nothing's ever going to get better, and blah, 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 and you just spiral down into this self-loathing, I guess. Which is weird for me, because I don't know. I mean, obviously I have self-loathing from being, from how I grew up, but I don't really usually take it on. Like, that was their issue, not my issue. But Can I stop talking? I just need to like stop talking and go away, right? I don't know why I find this so cathartic sometimes to just sit here and talk and no one's listening. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye because I have to figure out what color I'm going to do December dye projects. The December dye project. Yeah, I have everything. Yeah, I have everything settled on just this inky. What color this is gonna be? I have an idea, but I'm gonna go through my swatches and see what I think, because this is gonna be up on my face, so it's gotta be a color that looks good by my face, and there's really only like 2 of those, and one of those I already picked for January. I already have January's all decided. January's is already decided. It doesn't have mohair. I thought it did. It doesn't, unless I make it, which it could. It could, but I kind of don't want to do 2 mohair projects in the same thing because I'm not even sure if I'm gonna like this one yet. So, and the other thing I already have planned for, and I kind of don't want to deviate from that look that I want. So anyway, I'm getting the heck out of here because I'm tired, and I'm sure I look tired. I'm sure I look sleep deprived, and I look like I'm 2 steps out of the grave. I will see you next week for November finished objects. I don't think there are that many. I don't know how many of those there will be. I guess it'll be a surprise. See what I gotta go frog that hat now. Ugh, I gotta go frog a hat and restart a hat. I think I will get in the dye pots tomorrow, though. I need to pick me up. So, Grant, if I wake up and I feel okay to stand around, we'll do that. Okay, so I'll see you next week. Take care of yourselves. Bye.